Bismillah Rahman Rahim. In today's lecture, I will solve Cambridge IGCSE Computer Science Paper 2 Problem Solving and Programming, and this is pre-release material October-November 2020. Okay, I will provide a solution by using the VB.NET. Here I have declared arrays. Suppose index is 0, 1, 0 to 16 is the index number. One array is item code A1, A2, so on like this. These are the item code. And second array is with the name of description and having the element of compact, tower, 8 GB, 16 GB, and so on. It also contains the 17 elements. And third array is about a price of each item. Suppose item code is A1, description is compact, and price is 75. Same way, index number 5 C1, index number 5 description is 1 TB hard drive, and index number 5 49.99 is the price of this. Suppose if user will enter A2, it means tower, item code is A2, index is 1, and cost is cost plus price of index. Okay, because index, I'm getting the index from item code. Whatever I will select the item code, it will give me an index, and by using that index I will extract the price of respective component. Cost equal to cost plus price 1, and cost equal to, by default, cost is 0. At the starting or initial cost is 0 plus 150, total cost is 150. And in the task 1, you will have to select a basic set. Basic set consists of 3 components: case, RAM, and hard drive. Suppose you have selected A2, that is tower casing, cost is 150. RAM is, suppose you have selected item code B2, is the RAM 16 GB 149.99, and then C2 2 TB hard drive $89.99, and if you will calculate all the cost is $389.98 plus basic cost. Basic cost is $200, and then you will get total cost is 589.98 cost. Okay, in the task number 2, you will add some additional component. Suppose by using the green color, I have highlighted these components. Suppose you want to select E1, that is 1 TB hard drive, and cost is $49.99, and other component is F1 and DVD Blu-ray player, that cost is $50, and in this way you have 589.98, plus you will get the cost of these new items that you have included additional component. In this way you can get total cost is 689.97. This is the scenario, and I hope you have already read this scenario, and I will try to give the answer of these 3 tasks: task number 1, task number 2, task number 3. In task number 1, set up the system and ordering the main items. Write a program to use arrays to store the item code, descriptions, and price. What I did for that purpose, I have declared 3 arrays with the name of item code, price, description, and price. 3 arrays: item code, description, and price. In item code, I have written all the code: A1, A2, B1, B2, B3, C1, so on. C1, C2, C3, I have written all the item code. In the description, I have written the description of the components like compact, tower, 8 GB, 16 GB, 32 GB. I have declared these three arrays, and in price, this is also array. I have written the price here: 75, 150, 79.99, 149.99, so on. I have written all the prices according to this table. This is the table. One array is description, and these are these column is the element of that description array, and here is the price. Price is also an array having the elements of these prices, different prices of different components. Okay, this I have declared outside the main function. It means these are the global arrays. I can access these array within any subroutines, or functions. Okay, because I have declared as a global. Next one is, this is main, sub main, and end sub. Okay, only those instructions will be executed, those I will write within the main function. Okay, now what I did, I have written console.clear. It will first make the clear screen, do the clear screen. Now I am calling call task1 by using these three lines, line number 4 and 5, 6. 4, 5, 6 means by using this one, by using that line 4, 5, 6, I have given the answer of this question. Okay, next question is, allow a customer to choose one case, one RAM, and one main hard disk drive. Okay, after this I have written this routine. Only this routine will be executed within the main function. Now I will right click on it and I will go to definition. Where is definition? Go to definition. Okay, definition is there. Okay, this is task 1. Okay, task 1. Now I will show you what is going on task 1. This is task number 1. I will click on it. Task 1. Welcome to online computer shop. Please select one case by writing the item code. I'm going to select one case. Suppose I'm writing here A1. Please enter the proper item code for case. I'm writing A1. Please select one RAM by writing the item code. I'm writing B1. Select the main hard drive. I'm writing C2. When I will enter, it will shows me basic cost is $200. You have selected compact case and cost is $75. You have selected 8 GB RAM, cost is $79.99, and you have selected hard drive, that is 2 TB, cost is $89.499. If you will calculate all the cost, total cost is $444.98. Okay, this is task number 1. Now I will show you what I did. I have declared the variable casing that will get the input of casing, RAM, and hard drive, and here cost double equal to 0. By default its cost is 0. This is just messages. Okay, this is the messages that will shows welcome to online computer shop. Please select one case by writing the item code, and A1 is compact, A2 is tower, and after this user will enter the value, and where this value will be stored, this value is stored in the variable casing. Casing is a variable that contains the value of what you will enter from here. Okay, value is in casing. Now for this one validation point of view, I need only A1 and A2. What I did, I am checking there, do until. It will repeat. It will repeat the loop string dot compare casing comma A1 equal to 0. Check whether user have entered A1 by comparing this one equal to 0. 0 if both will be match, result will be 0. Or comparing or compare with casing what you have entered in this variable and A2 equal to 0. If both will be match, it will become 0. It means this loop will continue until you will enter A1 or A2. If you will enter different value, then you cannot move from this line from 23 to 26. When you will move, then you will enter A1 and A2, capital A1 and capital A2. Okay, this is for validation purpose. After this, what I did, I want to get the cost. By default cost is 0. I wrote cost plus what I did, I need the index. This is array. What I am doing, I am telling go to item code array and find the index of this variable. This variable contains maybe A1, A2. It means I will find the index of A1 and A2 from the array item code. Okay. It will give me index. Okay. Now what I will do, I will using the same index for the price. Here I will use the index of the price. Okay. Because item index and price index are same. Okay, which values have been used for the item code, same index I need the price for that one, and price I will store into the variable cost. Clear? I will show you till now. Okay, when you will run this, if you will not enter A1, A2, okay, suppose you are going to enter A1, there are again messages coming, please enter the proper item code. If you will enter capital A or 11, this will again ask you please enter the proper item code for case. If you will enter A2, then it will move next. Okay, same way I will select B1, suppose B1, B2, anyone. Okay, clear? It will add the cost into this variable. Next is same way I have given this is message. These are the messages. Console.writeLine, please select one RAM by writing the item code. You will select B1, B2, B3. Okay, and where you will store the RAM, and which you will enter the value should be B1, value should be B2 and B3. If you will not enter the value among of these three values that I have entered, B1, B2, B3, you will not move from line number 33 to 36. Okay, this is the loop. Okay, it will asking you again enter the proper item code for RAM. Enter the proper item code for RAM. Once you will enter the proper item code for RAM, what happen? Then you will get the cost of that component. How you will get? You need to find out the index of the item code. This is item code is an array. You will find the item code. What is the index of maybe B1, maybe B2, maybe B3. You will find whatever you will select. Maybe you select B1, B2, B3, any one of them. Then it will give you the index of that component and it will give you the price of that. Okay, clear? Now here is the price. Actually what you need here, you need here like cost equal to cost plus price. You need this one plus price. Which price? Here you given a value. Suppose if you will write 3, it will give you a price of who's having the index of 3. Clear? But I don't know which index will come. That's why I find this one. Give me the index of this value. This value. Once I will get the index, same index I need the price. Okay. Next one is it will store the cost, and here is I have used the same logic. 38 to 41 is the messages. This line will store, used to store the value, store the input into the HDD, and HDD should be maybe C1, maybe C2, or maybe C3. If you will enter other values, it will not accept. Okay, this is for the verification. And after this, here cost plus, it will calculate the cost of HDD variable, and HDD variable contains value of C1, maybe C2, maybe C3. It will give you the index, and you need the value, you need the price of that index. Okay, here cost is coming here. After this, what I have written, console.writeLine basic cost. This is basic cost. Basic cost means 200. 200 is a basic cost. Okay, and here you will show the description. Description means you want to show the description of the variable that is in the item. You want to show the values that you have stored into the casing. Okay, same logic I have used here. First you will find the index from the item code that you have having the variable casing here. It will give you the index, and then you will find what are the values are there in that index in description. Okay, because these are having the same index in all the arrays. That's why I'm telling you can find the item code. You can find the index of item code and then get the same index description value from the description. Okay, and prices are there. It will shows description, which item. This is the message case cost, and here is the price of that. Price is the same as I have written there. Same. It will show me price of item code. Item code having the value in casing variable. Okay, same way you will show the cost of casing cost. Here you will show the RAM cost, and here you will show the cost of hard drive. Okay, hard drive. After this is the just line, and then you will show the total cost of this task. Okay, I will run this again. Okay, here welcome to online computer shop. This is a message. Please select one of the case. Now I want to select tower. What I will write? Must be write A2. If you will write other value, suppose you write A2D, they're again telling me please enter the proper item code for case. I'm writing A2. Okay, now please select one RAM by writing the item code. Now I'm going to select B3 for 32 GB RAM. Okay, B3. They're asking which hard drive you needed. C3 4 TB. You will write C3. After this it will ask you here basic cost $200. Tower case. This is tower case. From where this is coming? This is coming from the description. Case cost is the I have written in the string. Okay, this display as it is. Okay, 32 GB RAM. From where it is coming? It's coming from the description. This is cost equal to, and this is coming from the price array. 4 TB, this is coming from the description array, and this cost is coming from the price array. Okay, they will calculate all the cost. Okay, total cost is for 779.98. Okay, clear? Now this is the task one. Task one is completed. Okay, this is task number one. Okay, task number one. What is in task number one? Use array. You have used. Allow customer to choose one case, one RAM, and one main hard drive. Okay. Calculate the price of the computer using the cost of the chosen item and the basic set of components. Store and output the chosen item and the price of the computer. Okay. You did. You have done complete task number one. Okay. Now I'm going to task two. What is in task 2? Allow a customer to choose whether to purchase any item from the other categories. If so, which items? Update the price of the computer, then store and output the additional items and the new price of the computer. Okay, this is task number 2. Now what I will do, I have created the now task number 2. I will suppose put comment on task 1, and now I will show you task 2. Okay, this is called task 2. What happened in task 2? I will show you first task 2 working. Because task 2 is the extension of task 1, that's why they are repeating the task 1 again. Here I am selecting A1, B1, C1. Here they are asking, do you want to additional item? Yes, no. You can press any key, then you can move for the additional item. But if you will press capital N or small n, then it will be stopped. Okay, I am pressing yes. Why? Now here they are showing me category. This is the category, this is the item code, this is the description, this is the price. Please enter the proper item code for purchasing an item. Now I need to enter the item code. Suppose I need E1 additional E1. Here I will write E1. If I will write E12, what happen? They're asking me please enter the proper item code, because this item code is not available. Now what I will do, I will write E1 only. Okay, E1 is existing. Yes, enter. They're asking me again, do you want to additional items again? Do you want to additional items more? If I will say yes, it will repeat this process again. But this time I am using to put N. It will not move. It will not move for the additional items. Okay, now it will display me. Basic cost is $200. I have select compact case cost. Compact case, that is cost is 75. 8 GB RAM, $79.99. 1 TB hard disk, okay, $49.99. These are the basic three component. This is already selected three component. Okay, and I need one more TB, same hard disk. 1 TB hard drive cost is 49. Okay, now total cost is 454.97. Clear? I will show the working of task 2. I will right click on it, go to definition, cannot navigate to symbol under the task 2, go to definition. Okay, now this is task 2. Okay, what I am writing here, I have written the same variable, casing, RAM, HDD, like this. This variable is the same as in the task 1, and here I have written one additional array, that is length of 10 elements. 10 elements is a 10 elements array. Index is 0 because additional items and index both will working together, and dim input as string. From line number 61 to from line number 61 to line number 91, both line from line number 61 to line number 91 having the same as we did in the call in the task number 1. But in 92, line number 92, I'm displaying this message, console.writeLine. Do you want to continue? Do you want to additional item? You will enter the value. You will enter your input into the variable input. Next, here I have written the loop. Loop is from line number 94 to 118. Okay, and what I have written here, string.compare input n, maybe you will enter capital N or small n. If you will enter capital N or small n, then it will stop. Otherwise, it will be in process. It will be in moving condition. Okay. It will clear the screen. And then these are the just messages. These are the messages that I got from the paper. Okay. This is table. Same table I got from here and written here. These are the messages. After this, what you will do, here I have given the message, please enter the proper item code for purchasing an item. This is used to get the value from the user. And where it will store into an array. Array name is additional items, and index, by default index value is 0. By default index value is 0. We have seen index value is 0. This is 0 value. Okay. It means where it will store first value. It will store into first index, first element of additional item array. Okay. After this, it will check that whether this entered value is belong to D1, D2 and E1, E2, E3, F1, F2, G1 and G2. If this value is belongs to these variables, if this value, whatever you have entered the value, if entered value is matched with, I have quoted these variables, these values like D1, D2, E1, E2, E3, F1, F2, G1, G2. If it will be matched, then it will move next. Okay, if it will not match, it will repeat it until you will entered value among of these variables only, among the values of from these array. Okay. Next, once you will enter the value, what it will do? It will calculate the price of that item. It will add the price of that item and will store into the cost that we have already using the cost variable in the previous task also. Okay, once value is finished, then it will move to the next index. Maybe you want to enter another value, you want to select another category. That's why I am moving the index equal to index plus 1. Clear? And it will ask me again, do you want to continue? Do you want to additional item again? Do you want to again? Suppose I am writing, do you want to additional items again? Yes, no. If you will write yes, no, in case of yes, it will move this process again. or in case of n, it will stop this process. Once the process will stop, once the loop will be stopped, then what happen? This will shows the basic cost is $200, and this is the casing cost you have seen in the previous task also. And next one is, this is the RAM cost, and this is the hard drive cost. And after this, here I have written the loop. Maybe I don't know how many items, additional items you have selected. If okay, it will move till that time index -1. Because why I did -1 index -1? Because here at the last time it will increase one value of index. Suppose 3 value you have selected, and this will become the 4th index, but I have to move from 0 to 3. Okay, I have written in a loop, and it will display what it will display. It will display me the description, which item you have selected and what is the cost of that item. Okay, and after this it will give me the total cost. This is total cost, because 200 I didn't add it here, that's why I add here down cost plus 200. Okay, this is, I will show you once again. Welcome to online computer shop. Please select one case by writing the item codes A1, B1, C2. Do you want to continue? Yes. No. I will must be select value between these values, among of these values. Suppose if I will enter H1, they're asking please enter the proper item code. H1 is not an item code. If you want to F1, yes, F1 is there. Do you want additional item again? I'm saying yes. Which item you want? G2. Okay, you are writing G2. Okay, do you want to additional item again? I'm saying no. No, they're asking me this one. These are the basic. This is the first case. This is the RAM. This is the HDD. And these two items I have added with the cost $50 and $175. Total cost is $669.98. Okay. Now student, this task 2 is also finished. Okay. This is task number 2. Update the price, and my system is also update the price and store and output the additional items and new price of the computer. Okay. Now task number 3. Extend task 2 to apply a 5% discount on the price of the computer if the computer bought only one additional item. Apply a 10% discount to the price of the computer if the customer has bought 2 or more additional items. 2 and more. Output the amount of money saved and the new price of the computer after the discount. Okay, this is task number 3. Now I will open task number 3. I'm going to main function. This is my main function. I will comment on task number 2. It will not be executed. No, I will open task 3, call task 3. Okay, I will right click on in task number 3 and go to definition. It will move to that subroutine. Now from this to this having the same, here I have added one additional lines, that is discount as double. Okay, and next from line number 137 to line number 137 to 203, this is belongs to task number 2. And next I have extended this task by writing these lines. What I have written, if index equal to 1, index 1 means by default I have started from the index 0. Okay, because index 0 is the first item, and if my index is on 1, it means one item has been added. That's why I have written if index equal to 1, then it will show me discount. Discount, how many percentage? 0.5%. And it will give me message console.writeLine discount applied, and you purchased one additional item, and it will show me your discount price is, where is discount, this is my discount, and it will how it will give me the remaining amount, total payable amount after discount, cost plus 200 minus discount. When you will do minus discount, it will show the payable amount. Okay, I did the same here, but what's the difference? Here is 0.05 5% and here is 10%, 0.1 means 10%. Okay, it will shows 10% and the same code is there, cost plus 200 minus discount. Okay, I want to run this code. Task number 3, A1, B3, C3. You want to move? Yes. I need D2. Yes again. Enter E1. Do you want traditional item again? I'm saying yes. Then they're asking me enter the proper item code. F1. No. Do you want traditional item? I'm saying no. Now what is they have written? They have shown me basic cost is $200. You have select the compact case, $75. RAM is 32 GB, $299.99, and you got 3 additional 4 TB hard disk is 129.99. This is basic till now. Now 480 GB SSD cost is 119.99. 1 TB hard drive cost is 49.99. DVD Blu-ray player cost is $50. Total you got how many cost? Total cost is 924.96. Okay, then discount applied. You purchase 3 additional items. Your discount is 9.2.496 like this. Okay, and you will minus total payable amount is 924 minus 92. It will give you 832 point something. Okay, this is the answer of task number 3. Now this is the task number 3. Okay, now students, you have seen that I did all the task here. Task 1, task 2 and task 3. This is task number 3. Okay, task number 3, and this is task number 2. This is the task number 2, and this is the task number 1, and this is the task number 1. Okay, this is the main function. Which task you want to run, you will remove the comment. Okay, this is okay. By default I am on task 1, call task 1. I will write a one PDF file, and if you need that PDF file, please send me an email. I will return back to your email with the PDF file of this solution. Okay, this is the complete solution of this problem. Okay, this is my code, and if you want to get any help, please tell me. Thank you and Jazakallah khair.